Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Bitcoin here, guys, still trading sideways. Right now we're trading at $20,800, so at least it's up a bit above that $20,000 psychological level. But really, we haven't seen too much action for Bitcoin and the majority of cryptocurrencies. We've just been seeing this sideways wave. Trading mostly on low volume. We haven't seen too much activity, whether that is Bitcoin, whether that is XRP. As you guys can see here, XRP is doing the same, although there's more volume here for XRP. Nevertheless, we're still trading in that sideways pattern and not really seeing too much activity. I mean, the market is fairly flat. Right now, XRP is trading just shy of 34 cents at 0.337. But then we have been seeing coins like Matic, for example. And we have seen a significant spike for this particular cryptocurrency. And I'm starting to think that maybe some news is starting to spur on activity for some of these altcoins. Guys, I saw this from the Cryptic Poet, and this has to do with Matic specifically. So whether you're interested in Matic, if you hold Matic or not, it doesn't really matter. What I'm pointing out here is the fact that now we are actually seeing big companies, in this case Disney, start to move crypto. So Polygon's Matic soars after Disney deal as crypto moves higher. So this article starts off by talking a little bit about Bitcoin and then Ethereum, and now Matic, the native token of Polygon, an Ethereum scaling tool, is today's top performer according to the Forbes Digital Assets Leaderboard. Matic is trading at 69 cents, up 20% over the last day at its highest level in a month. The token also climbed above its 50-day exponential moving average. This comes as Polygon is joining Disney's accelerator program. So we're seeing a big partnership there with Matic and Disney. According to Disney, this year's Disney Accelerator class is focused on building the future of immersive experiences and specializes in technologies such as augmented reality, non-fungible tokens or NFTs, and artificial intelligence characters. So in this case, we are seeing Matic move based on the Disney partnership. Meanwhile, over the last few years, where has XRP been moving based on all the partnerships that they have accrued? Now, not to say, I guess there's two parts of us that some of us want XRP to move based on news, but we know, of course, in the lawsuit, that's one of the SEC's arguments that Ripple, that investors invested in XRP based on the efforts of Ripple. And so if we did see positive Ripple partnership news, we would also see that correlated into price, and that obviously is not true. But that bodes well for XRP hodlers, and that side of the argument. But, it goes without saying, this Matic news, I think, is going to be some of the first where we see partnership news really kind of start to affect cryptos. Now, 20% isn't that much. The other coin that I saw moving quite dramatically was Quant. And I know some of you guys are invested in Quant. Me personally, I have not done enough research on this project to know why this is occurring. So even just over the last several weeks, just a couple of weeks, let's say, since the end of June, Quant has actually rallied roughly 115%, 110%, let's say. And so, a lot of people in the crypto sphere are wondering about this. Some are even saying, are we potentially at the precipice of the altcoin season that we've been waiting for this entire time? So, usually what happens in an altcoin rally is that we'll see one coin shoot up and then another coin shoot up and then another coin shoot up. I don't know if this is the case because generally speaking, when that happens, we also see Bitcoin rallying up to its 0.702, which in this case we clearly have not seen. That would bring Bitcoin all the way back up here to about $53,600, give or take. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin trading fairly low in its lowest level since about December of 2020. So altcoin rally, probably not. I have a feeling that these coins are just going off the news. And again, if somebody knows why Quant is rallying, please do let me know. Tag me on Twitter. I'm available over there on Twitter. Here's my profile. I'm at WorkingMoneyCH on Twitter. And I know some of you guys are maybe Facebook people. I don't talk about my Facebook page enough, but I post all my video updates over there on Facebook. So if you're finding yourself on Facebook frequently, like my Facebook page and you'll get my updates on Facebook as well. Back to the market though, guys. And, we're seeing a lot of the confident players in the space start to put out this narrative. Market crash tests crypto's survival of the fittest. Now, this is a great article on its own. This is, a concept that we kind of already know. But the best part about this is that it was said by somebody over there at Neum, the company, and Neum is a Ripple partner. So as terrible as it may appear, Joaquin Asuo de Paul, head of crypto and Web3 at Neum, told Payments that this collapse and the resulting market crash has been beneficial to weed out the bad actors from an industry that is slowly becoming mainstream. So even over there at Neum, they were kind of ahead of the curve curve when it came to cryptocurrency adoption, adopting RippleNet at an early stage. And they're saying, look, this is becoming mainstream. We knew about it this entire time. Of course, there are ebbs and flows in the market. We don't want to focus on the noise. And, this is good, essentially, for the crypto market. All the scammers and the guys that are in here for the fast money, they are going to be swept out to sea. So, moreover, ensuring that players arriving on the mainstream market are resilient enough to go through the ups and down cycle is key, which is why this guy here, Asuo DePaul's view, this downturn has been good to stress test for newer crypto firms. Here's a quote: "Only those that are resilient in the bad cycles are the ones that deserve to continue moving forward." He said, echoing similar sentiments recently shared by Bank of England Deputy Governor John Cunliffe. So we know the Bank of England, also a proponent of XRP, partnered with RippleNet. That was confirmed even by Brad Garlinghouse. And that statement obviously similar to another Ripple partner, DePaul over there at Neum. He's saying the same thing. So these guys confident that they've chosen the right company, confident that they've partnered with the right firm, i.e. Ripple, and they realize, crypto isn't going away. Crypto's just becoming even more mainstream. And so, although the masses are seeing it as a passing fad, the guys that are in the know are realizing, look, this is great because now we will see who will survive, and now we can actually get a better picture of who the winners will be. Here's another one, guys, from the street breaking. OpenSea is laying off about 20% of its employees. Now, here's so again, the counter argument to this, or not counter argument, but just another example of a company struggling because they were maybe over leveraged, they didn't plan well. So he says, this is Devin here from OpenSea. He says, "Hi all, we have made an incredibly sad and difficult decision to reduce the size of our team by about 20%. And today we're saying goodbye to many of our friends and team members across OpenSea." And so again, the statement here saying that they're, committed, that they, this is no hard feelings. We have to restructure. For those leaving, we'll be providing generous severance, healthcare coverage into 2023, and accelerated equity vesting for those who haven't hit their cliff. So just, again, I just wanted to point this out. Another statement kind of demonstrating here where we are seeing the crypto landscape go. And, even though, and this is the best part, because in the bull run, a lot of these companies were seen as very, very successful. And now we're kind of, looking behind the curtain, and we're able to see which companies are actually going to stay around and which companies we should maybe think twice about. Even Coinbase, I read somewhere else that Coinbase is even losing dominance in the crypto space because all these other players, I guess, have managed their money a little better, and certain exchanges now have more power. So that is bringing Coinbase's dominance down, even though Coinbase is also a very influential company. We're starting to see, right, the battle now for survival of the fittest, as they say. So OpenSea, I would argue, one of the most popular NFT platforms during 2020 and 2021. They really kind of took off with the ICO craze, or not ICO craze, with the NFT craze, as we were seeing that popularize. Okay, I'm going to keep going, guys. Michael at Val5 Links bringing this to our attention. United States Security and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler just said this in an interview. Almost sounds like he's flip-flopping a little bit. He was saying this, so mulling over whether to waive certain rules in its bid to regulate the crypto market, SEC Chair Gary Gensler said as much during an interview with Yahoo Finance, and this interview was from today, July the 15th. Specifically, the SEC is considering exempting crypto companies from certain securities laws. Here's a video. I'm not going to play you guys the video. I'm just going to read you guys this quote here, but I will link this in the description if you want to watch that. "The hope is that the exemption will persuade more crypto companies to come into compliance with regulations in general. At the same time, Gensler stressed that there were several crypto companies that were operating outside compliance standards, though he did not highlight any specific names. However, Gensler is by no means taking an unfriendly stance. Rather, he hopes to foster discussion and engage with crypto companies." So the stance he's taking is, that same tired stance. Come in, talk to us. Here's the quote: "There's a potential path forward. I've said to the industry, to the leading platforms, to the trading platforms, come in and talk to us." Well, we know that did not work for Ripple, and apparently that did not work for Library. Now we're finding these two particular companies in court with the SEC. At any rate, the SEC is thinking of offering the crypto market a more customized set of laws, which could be to the benefit of the industry. By and large, the crypto market has always shown a willingness to work with the law and follow compliance standards. So I don't know if this is actually a change of face for the SEC and Gary Gensler in particular, or if this is just more of the same. I would assume that, this charade, however you want to pronounce that, can't go on for as long, I mean, this is already kind of pushing it to the limits. I think the cryptocurrency industry realizes how corrupt the SEC is. It's coming to light. The SEC is now kind of like the World Economic Forum in a way. They're being revealed, and I have a feeling they now have to scale back and kind of, play a little in a, they kind of have to scale back on their plans. I don't know what the term is exactly, but almost kind of do the opposite of what they were doing in order to not look so goddamn guilty, I think is, the best way to put it. The writing is on the wall. The crypto industry is going to become regulated. The US government is realizing cryptocurrency regulatory clarity is imperative. A lot of governors are on board to regulate the industry in a meaningful way. We even have conflict within the SEC with Hester Peirce giving her opinions, and even when Elad Roisman was there, he was also on the side of, we need straight up crypto clarity, in order to adopt this properly. And so I don't know, is this an about face? Is this Gary saying the same thing and continuing on his warpath, or has the SEC been exposed and now, maybe they do have to change course a little bit? That's still up for debate. XRP Crypto Wolf bringing this to our attention. This has to do with the Flare network, guys, obviously built on the XRPL. This is going to be huge once it takes off, and it's finally live and open for builders, developers, and that starts, guys, in August, so next month. Flare Network, a high-performance blockchain protocol focused on maximum cross-blockchain interoperability and empowering non-programmatic blockchains with smart contracts, inches closer to a full-stack mainnet release. So, according to the official statement, guys, this is on Flare Network's own Twitter page, they have stated this, okay? Flare is now launching in observation mode. Can you decode the following? And then they post a link here. For those of you guys who may be interested in decoding messages, I believe this is... Wow, that's a long message. Anyway, that's what they've stated. As such, all developers and researchers can start experiments with the mainnet version of Flare, FLR blockchain. In its inaugural phase, Flare Networks, or FLR, will have its block validation process 100% controlled by the Flare Foundation. This status quo will eventually change in so-called observation mode that will last for at least 8 weeks. Thanks to the addition of the new third-party validators from the community, Flare Foundation's control rate will drop to below 33%. So, it's still in a testing phase, and clearly they want to do this right. They don't want to roll this out before it is ready, and that is why our Spark tokens have been delayed. I know we were hoping we were going to get them last year. That never ended up being the case, although it's coming, guys. It's coming just around the corner. I also wanted to mention this from End Times Prompter Truth Be Told here on Twitter. The Flare, so this is with regards to Flare, the Flare distribution issue for those of you guys who still may be a little confused about, if you're holding, or rather if you had your snapshot done, if your XRP was on the ledger, or some other kind of self-custody solution, versus if your XRP was held on an exchange. I guess many holders are getting it totally wrong. There are two types of Flare holders, self-custody and exchange holders. So me personally, I'm self-custody. I held my XRP on the Ledger Nano S. So number one, self-custody holders will receive 15% first and an upcoming 85% on monthly installments regardless of what they do, sell or hold. So I think what they're seeing is, with especially with Songbird, what happened was once they airdropped the SGB tokens, what happened was a lot of people were selling them off, not holding them, cashing them out for fast money, and then that actually defeats the purpose of the whole experiment with the Songbird sandbox, the testnet. Okay, he goes on to say, number two, exchange holders, though. Problem is, exchanges may delay delivery or go bankrupt before all sparks are delivered. So FTSO are a better delivery option. So you just need to delegate to an FTSO once for Flare to get your new self-custody delegation address and sell/hold as you wish. So for those of you guys who did custody on an exchange, which, bad, but I mean, I'm not going to reprimand you for that. It's your decision. It's your money. You do what you want. There's a bit of a different situation here. This guy's saying you got to delegate to an FTSO, but for those of us self-custodying, we can hang on and we will be airdropped appropriately. In brief, what Flare is trying to fix, guys, is the delivery mechanism that ensures you receive all your Flare Spark on time. For self-custody, they have already your direct wallet address. For exchange holders, delegation equals you create a self-custody address they can use for delivery. Note that Flare Spark are not sold or handed on exchanges. It is only airdropped to XRP holders. So if XRP holders are forbidden from selling their Sparks, then there can be no price action and there can be no demand because there is no supply. ask if you still don't get it. So I will link this tweet thread in the description. He is willing to answer some of your questions. So yeah, I will link this in the description if you guys still do have a question. I don't know if there's a video out there. I'm hoping the Flare Networks created a video where they kind of explain this a little more clearly. I would love to do a video on this kind of thing, but I have my XRP, I self-custodied in the first method, so I don't have any on an exchange. I don't know how I would demonstrate that in a video. Anyway, I'll keep looking around. I'll see if I can find a video and I'll point it to you. If I do find it, I'll mention it in an upcoming video that I do. And more NFT projects, guys, are moving on to the XRPL. I saw this from King Solomon here on Twitter. The greenest project, literally, on one of the greenest networks makes sense to me. Kudos to Wild Stag TH or Treehouse here. Congrats on the decision to move to the XRP ledger. Looking forward to supporting your team on your journey as always. So this just coming out from this particular project. As a Wild Stag NFT holder, you will also be playing a part in making a difference to our planet. For each NFT minted, we will plant 4 trees. So this is an initiative that is environmentally friendly. If you do purchase NFTs through them, they plant trees as part of the initiative. Trees are the largest plants on the planet and the longest living species on Earth, providing us a link between the past, present, and future. Some oak trees, for instance, can live for over 1,000 years. So a woodland planted today will easily outlive all of us and provide a greener future for your children. So guys, this is the project here. I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested. Boy, you know, it's seeming like there are so many projects being minted on the XRPL. This, guys, is one of the latest ones. This one is making waves, and I saw it from James Roll XRP here on Twitter. Supermojo has also announced completion of seed rounds to streamline NFT access. So just down here, Supermojo today announced the launch of its financing platform designed to make digital assets more accessible for the next wave of users. The platform facilitates point-of-sale financing to improve the NFT purchase experience and collateralized lending for improved post-sale liquidity. Supermojo's initial focus will be on partnering with marketplaces and storefronts that serve the $25 billion NFT market. Here are some of the seed round funders down here. As you guys can see, Arrington Capital, one of those funders, Circle Ventures, just to name a couple of the more familiar names. Obviously Ripple down here because it was co-founded by CEO Amir Sahangi and the head of product and engineering Craig DeWitt, 2 former executives at Ripple. So guys, this particularly created by 2 former Ripple employees. Supermojo has quickly built the team with extensive experience in creating user-friendly crypto infrastructure and projects, data analytics, and financing solutions. Supermojo aims to make NFTs more accessible by providing marketplaces with differentiated and flexible payment and liquidity options. So here's a quote just describing what their mandate is. Our team at Supermojo is committed to providing a more seamless, intuitive, and accessible NFT purchasing, financing, and custody experience for the next wave of NFT users. So notice that NFTs are already evolving. You know, the first iteration of NFTs all just seem to kind of be artwork. And clearly the guys that have created this new company, Supermojo, are realizing NFTs are going to be larger than what I think the masses had originally anticipated. So, you know, we've got this idea of the metaverse. We've got this idea of owning digital products and the value. And so I think Ripple is ramping up. Companies are realizing, okay, the XRPL is a very good platform for this. So let's create companies that are going to be supporting NFTs, that are going to be, you know, fostering that industry. Let's run them on the XRPL because that is the most efficient way to do so. And here now, guys, we have 2 former Ripple employees working on Supermojo to do just that. Another quote, digital goods will be the largest market in the world. So they're saying it here. This is what they're, you know, they make it sound in these articles like they're predicting this, but really, I think they know more than they're letting on. The quote goes on to say, so it is extremely important to provide an experience that's accessible for all people, especially those without crypto expertise, added Mr. DeWitt. Supermojo's checkout financing and lending infrastructure lowers the barrier of entry for new users and moves us closer to a future of frictionless digital ownership. So I think they know that this is going to get really, really big, and this is why they're getting a head start. We also have this, guys, from Macatek XRP. This just came out as well. Ripple predicts the future of crypto adoption in the next 3 years. So again, predicts in quotes, because they already know the layout. I mean, Ripple is close to the World Economic Forum. They know the blueprint. They know the plan. They know where this is going in 30 years. It's not a guess. It's not a prediction. They actually know the facts. And so, you know, it just is kind of silly when these guys are saying, well, you know, digital goods will probably be the largest market in the world, or here's our projection for 3 years from now. I think it's already set in stone, but I mean, they can't let us know that they know what the future holds. The leading crypto solutions provider Ripple has recently forecast on crypto adoption among financial organizations. According to them, in the next 3 years, here's what they said: about 76% of financial institutions and enterprises are expected to shift to digital asset usage. So in 3 years only, guys, that is the year 2025, we are going to see more than 3/4 of businesses, enterprises, financial institutions shift over to cryptocurrency. So when we look at the market now, and when we see a Bitcoin worth $20,000, and when we see an XRP worth 33 cents, does it not stand out to you? This is now the time to buy. This goes on by saying crypto adoption will provide numerous benefits to financial firms as per Ripple's latest study. And here's a quote from the study. For both financial institutions and enterprises, the number one event that would lead their organization to seriously consider including cryptocurrency in their portfolio is widespread use for payments, with the related use as a bridge currency coming in third, and the value of crypto as a hedge of one sort or another coming in the middle of the pack. So cryptocurrency for payments, crypto as a hedge, which right now people are not actually seeing owning Bitcoin as a hedge to the stock market or anything like that. But they're seeing crypto as something beneficial, and clearly Ripple is projecting that 3/4 of these institutions, or more than 3/4, 76%, are going to be utilizing cryptocurrency in the near future, not even far off. 2025 is 3 years away. That is fairly close considering. Based on Ripple's study, there are multiple reasons behind the organization's crypto deviation. They declared that cryptocurrencies will act as a hedge against inflation. Additionally, it is a suitable currency for making payments and will be used as an asset for lending. The speedy peer-to-peer transaction widened the broader crypto adoption among financial institutions. Ripple's study shows more enterprises are already welcoming digital assets, as the remaining will adopt them in the upcoming years. So even though this, guys, in Ripple's own study, they said themselves, this is what they are predicting. They declared that cryptocurrencies will act as a hedge against inflation. So if they are projecting again in quotes, then what does that tell you? Cryptocurrencies are going to go up against the US dollar, either that or the US dollar or the Canadian dollar or the euro or the yen or whatever fiat currency you use. Those currencies are going to collapse. And, there's a lot of supporting evidence to suggest this, which I've talked about throughout the course of the last almost year now, with inflation, printing money. Now Ripple's coming out and saying they declared cryptocurrencies will act as a hedge against inflation, even when they asked other people. That was one of the reasons why people hold cryptocurrency in the study. They're also saying 76% of these financial institutions are going to be shifting to cryptocurrency. So a new financial system, obviously. But is this also a hint from Ripple to suggest, maybe you should hold some crypto, maybe you should hold some XRP? Just an opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.